We will get started momentarily. We are here. All right, folks. Give it like one more minute for some folks to come on in the room and we will get started. We will get all of these shenanigans jumped off as we normally do on these good Thursdays. Looking forward to tonight, but hey, I'm biased. All right. So we'll start the night like this. Afoot and lighthearted, I take to the open road. Healthy, free, the world before me. The long brown path before me leading wherever I choose. Henceforth, I ask not good fortune. I myself am good fortune. Henceforth, I whimper no more. Postpone no more. Need nothing. Done with indoor complaints, libraries, querulous criticisms. Strong and content, I travel the open road. Song of the Open Road, Walt Whitman. Welcome. Welcome, artists and family. You know what it is. Finally, Thursday night has come back. Pull up a Zoom box, grab a microphone, and get comfortable. It's about to go down. La, 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 la. Get it, y'all. Get it set. Welcome to the online open mic presented by the legendary New Eurekan Poets Cafe. I am your host. My name is Elemen2al. Happy Thursday. This is the jump off, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. You know how we do. Welcome to episode 135. I appreciate all of you for being here. We've been getting down for a minute. So thank you all for coming to rock with us. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us as you have been every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, streaming live on YouTube. If you're watching and you would like to join us in the Zoom, the number's on your screen, 860-4964-4756. Jump in, join the greatest community in the world. We do this thanks to some dedicated folks who pay these bills. So we would like to thank the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, Bloomberg Philanthropies, the Howard Gilman Foundation, and New York State Council on the Arts for hosting these free online events. You can add your energy to the mix with a tax-deductible donation by going to neweurekan.org/donate. Every amount counts and is very much appreciated. Make sure you are plugging in with the dopest tech team in the Zoomverse. The one and only Matthew Model Keen in the building this evening. Storm Lake in the building. Jersey in the building. And he is one half of the dopest hosting tag team in the world. Make sure you give Matthew Model Keen a follow. Also, my man Kid Kuza Brian Lee, as well as the one and only Ron Mark Thompson, aka RMT. You're not down with RMT by now, damn it. You should be. All the way up in the BX. You know what that dude's about. This is where you can find me, Elemental.com. Take out the T, put in the number 2, Elemental.com. So many things going on. It's in renovation, under construction. So many things coming, y'all. Make sure you plug in. Tonight's theme, open roads. Journey's compass, journey's guide. This is just, where does the road take you, right? I feel like when we open our eyes, it's an open road, right? As soon as our ideas engage, it's an open road. Where does it take you, right? When you grab the wheel of your pen, where do you drive to? Where do you go? So, if your artwork is not on theme this evening, that's still totally cool. We are still looking forward to all of your incredible genius. All right? Next week's theme coming at you. Oh, it's a deep dive. Under pressure. This is so far below the surface, right, that the sun becomes an afterthought, right? This is when you're going to that place where, you might lose your breath, right? But sometimes it's important to go there to remember how far you've come. So I don't want people to go to dangerous depths, but go as far as you know that you can go. Really get to it, right? We're gonna dive deep next week. All right. Here is a look at the rest of the upcoming themes. Again, we're gonna end the month on something flavorful. All right. So let's get to the rules so we can get to the artistry this evening. Artists, turn your cameras on. We are trying to simulate a live open mic stage as much as possible. Plus, we love to see all the beautiful exuberance that goes into your artistic performance. Have your artwork ready. We do have a full list this evening. I'm sure there will be people on the good luck round. So make sure you have your artwork ready. Artists, you have 4 minutes to rock. All right. As you can see, there is a timer in your window right now that is counting down. All right. As soon as you get on, that timer will start counting down from 4 minutes. All right. Once you get to 0, you will hear this sound. After that, you will have a 30-second wrap-up time. All right. Make sure you get it in so we can get it in, and everyone will have the opportunity to do to share their artwork. All right. We have reached the time where the artists come out to play. All right. Whether it's a full moon or not, there will be howling. All right. But the proponents, the owners of our cafe, the founders, were major proponents on the freedom of speech. And we will make sure it maintains in the vein of everything we do. Everything we do. Therefore, there is no censorship. Other than any hate speech or any ism that people may use to manipulate folks, which will not be tolerated. We haven't had to kick anybody out in a while, but trust, the boots still come through. All right, we still got the boots on every single week. All right, don't get tricky, for real. What we do is a living, breathing trigger warning. All right, thou hast been warned. Truly. This is a call and response space. After these artists get up here and they share a true essence of who they are, you will see this pop up on your screen. This is when you get a chance to share all of that energy, all of that exuberance with your audience, with your community, with the world. Don't worry about the noise, y'all. It's the rowdiest night of the week anyway. We're going to make sure it stays that way. So share all that energy with your colleagues, with the community, and it will be returned to you. Trust and believe. The guaranteed list tonight is closed, all right, because signups begin 24 hours before the show, which would be Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. To sign up, you go to newyourekan.org. Click on that full events calendar. Click on the Thursday that you want to get down on. You need the artist RSVP, not the view, all right? You need the artist RSVP. It's the only way you're getting on the guaranteed list. Last night, 3/4 of the tickets were done in about 5 minutes. So make sure you are plugging in, folks. I suggest you set an alarm, log into the website so you can auto-populate your information. It's a hot ticket. Make sure you get it. All right. Tonight's list. Yo, there's a couple of slight changes, but for the most part, it looks just like this. All right. It's going to be an amazing night. We got some folks that really, really do this. So prepare yourself for it. All right. Let's get to it. There's all my rowdy friends here on Thursday night. What's good people? It is so good to see you all. For real. Angelina, what's good? Good to see you back in the building. Joski C is in the building. The Jedi Master is here. Alan Gary. Lantern is here. Sam Hardy is here. Lady K. Rebecca, welcome. Captain of the street team in the building. Ike Waltz is here. Simply Candace, welcome. Catman in the building. The priestess Oshunyo Yin is here. Poetastic in the building. Auntie April is here. Jesse Marie, what up though? YV in the building. Garland Thompson is here. It's gonna be amazing tonight, folks. For real. For real. For real. And we have something that no one's ever heard before. So it's gonna be interesting. Alright. So I am posting tonight's list into the chat so we can get started. There are some people who are on the list who are not in the building as of yet, but they will come in. I have no doubt about it. All right, so let's get to it. Coming up first, as he usually does, in a way that only he can, this gentleman continues to come through. I love his energy. It's always so very positive. He's always with the rhymes that are always right on time. The one and only Eddie Foreman in the building. Come on, Eddie. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always, man. Come on, set it off this evening. Let's go.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my bro. Like no other with words like thunder. And thank you for pushing through. Remember that we love you. And Ron Thompson too. Woo! Hello, my name is Ed Potash. I'm feeling fantastic. Please, time you could join my rhyme. Follow Sublime. I got 2 short pieces, so I take much time. The first piece is called Drive Through. I was a newbie, weak in the knees. My keys started turning. My engine kept burning. My hands on the wheel. My body felt so surreal. The stick and drive. The car was a hive. The sound of steel. The fun automobile. The tires go forward. The car goes onward. My eyes are looking around. I was lost in the town. I slowly put it in park. My nerves felt like darts. Why am I talking about this? New experiences are bliss. Please go outside your zone. You're not in a layer of stone. It's like riding your first bike or flying your first kite. I know it could be scary, very on the contrary. It's like riding on the ferry or drinking a cup of sherry. Remember that feeling, breaking the ceiling. This is how we learn to track the burns. Don't stay in your bubble. Don't drown in your troubles. Life can be worthwhile and grand when you get lost in the land. Please take the first plunge. Please don't be a sponge. The world's your oyster. Why not ride the roller coaster? Thank you. And the other one's called Ever Changing Sea. I was a boy. I didn't understand joy. My mind had laggy gears, always leave me in tears. A weakness I didn't understand. I couldn't comprehend with my hands. Now I'm smart with a big heart, weaving literally art. I'm still growing and flowing. I stopped trying to be. It didn't give me glee. I stopped changing, but be more engaging. I learned an important thing. Hear it. Are you listening? Go where life takes you. Keep swimming the blue. I know life is full of strife, but how can we learn wrong from right? Some people can be bullies. Some can be melodies. You're not at your final stage. Don't be stuck in a cage. You change every day. Please go your own way. Please mold your clay. Thank you. Sorry. Please mold your clay. Keep molding till the cobwebs go away. Remember, you are a butterfly. You change like our baby blue sky. You might never change. Now that's odd and strange. If you think so, it shall be. This is a prophecy. You move like the sea. Thank you.
I told y'all he just has that energy, right? Oh, mute yourself. Give it up for
Never,
Poetastic.
Wow.
you never fail. Never fail. Thank you, Eddie.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you,
Woo!
Ed.
Always.
Yes, Eddie.
I like that they're both these advice poems. And then I like the advice in the first one where you're saying get lost in what you don't know. And the second one where you say, go your own way. I would take both those pieces of advice any day.
Absolutely. There's even a song that they use for advertisements, right? You can go your own way, right? And I love that also. The please go outside your zone, right? Why not ride the roller coaster, right? Some people just get so stuck and stagnant, right? They need to feel alive. So yeah, do something. Your second poem, you said, now I'm smart with a big heart, right? Go where life takes you. Remember you're a butterfly. I really like that. Because butterflies speak to transformation, right? And it's really important to know that we've been somewhere and we're going to somewhere. So great work as always, Eddie. Truly, truly appreciate all the work that you do, man. All right, y'all. Starship is underway. Let's keep it going. Coming up next, this gentleman, I keep telling y'all, I'm gonna keep telling y'all. Love this dude's artwork. I love the way he writes. His voice is always radio ready. And he writes the type of work that just sticks to your bones, man. I'm telling you. A la Mr. Chicken Soup himself. The one and only Alan Gary in the building. Come on, man. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please, take it away.
Thank you, Elemental. Friends, you can follow me on my Alan Gary Facebook page with new inspirational quotes every day. Open roads, journey's compass is the theme. Sometimes the journey is bumpy over rocky roads, and I don't mean the ice cream type. Our voyage is often steered by the powers that be. Here are two pieces of mine. The second one is a new one, and the first one is more recent. My compass says that these poems are reflections from our very near future. The first one is for our grifter in chief, and the second one is for Grifter Jr. Here is Girls' School. Like the schoolyard bully picking on someone smaller, causing pain, ain't gonna make him taller. False prophet in a diaper, a cabinet full of ass wipers. Their souls are malignant. He dreams of tainted seeds. His bootlickers water his needs. If thoughts could kill, an added thrill for one so addled with putrid hatred, he seeks to conquer not his fears, but hopes and dreams of those far or near, whether they caused him harm or simply sought to live. A pig in a ballroom has more class than a charlatan who conned his way into a place where true leaders have come to stay. He is not a star, not even close. Banality of evil marks his festering sore. While alive, he's already decomposed. Legacies come in sizes great or small. When hell welcomes him, the world's greatest fool, he'll be remembered for bombing a girls' school. The second one is called Finn, Ballad of a Couch Fucker. When he dies, when you crawl from his ass, filling the crevice of putrid slime, who you gonna blame? It's your time. Ticket to fame, wearing dirty underwear to match your new name, make up more shit, that's your game. The world knows you now, everything you touch goes down in flames. You can lie to yourself, you can lie on your couch, you can even lie to Cro-Magnon idiots, but the truth has a way to strike you in the butt when you least expect it, and you're riding high. The horse you rode in on, and every big and little lie are blown in the wind. You think you are God with every word that you spin, but like every 2-bit motherfucking lame-ass pseudo-film noir ending, your minions will exit, and the screen will read, Finn. Thank you.
Now that was a dope flip. That was dope. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Alan. Gary.
I love it.
Amazing job.
All right, Alan.
Right.
Yeah.
Amazing. That was awesome.
Whatever
Um,
pin you are tapping into lately, I'm gonna need you to continue that because
Mhm.
it's absolutely hilarious. I appreciate all of it. Thank you.
Yeah, that second one definitely took me for a whirl. I wasn't
Right.
expecting that.
I learned my lesson last time though, and I wasn't trying to drink anything while you were going
Oh,
so that I didn't
because
spit stuff out.
so you don't so you don't
Because
spray. Okay, got you.
you have been on fire and I appreciate it.
Yeah, Alan, you just so deep into the harsh zone lately. It's quite a refreshing. I mean, the title of the second one, Ballad of a Couch Fucker. Go.
Right.
That line in the first one, his lickers are watering his knees. I think we all just have to keep encouraging you to be this harsh because it's just enervating. It's inspiring everybody.
Indeed, indeed. I just really appreciate that you are no holds barred with it. You know, you give it the enthusiasm that it deserves, right? He'll be known for bombing a girls' school. Um, his putrid hatred, a pig in a ballroom. Golly, man, like that's just hilarious, man. It just makes me think of Animal Farm, right? Um, you can lie to yourself. And every horse you rode in on, gosh, that just reminds me of things that my elders used to say. You know what I mean? You and the horse you rode in on, love it, man. Continue to do exactly what you're doing, Alan. You are on an incredible path. Thank you, sir. Truly appreciate you. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, this artist just has a way of putting us in the places that she describes, right? Whether she is, describing a place that she's been or the love that she has. It's just amazing. Plus, she is just the embodiment of how a whisper becomes a roar. The one and only Sam Hardy in the building. Come on, Sam. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please, take it away.
So before I get to the 2 poems I'm going to do, let me just kind of veer over here and read something for somebody who's really important and special to me, that I really care about. So here we go. Let's see here. For Martin, yesterday was his birthday. Well, yesterday was the birthday of Martin Parker. I'm writing him a poem, but I'm not a stalker. We met on Zoom more than we planned. If poetry were a country, we both own land. His feedback is thoughtful, kind, and full of sense. His poems are beautiful and often quite intense. We're lucky he's among us, sharing both heart and art. Happy birthday, Martin, a poet and a friend thou art. Hope you had a good one, man. Okay. And then, according to the theme, you've probably already heard it, but oh well. The poem is called Road Trip. We drove for hours without speaking. The GPS kept saying, recalculating, like it knew something about us. Dashboard lights, gas stations at 2 a.m., passing through unknown towns. You, singing softly to songs half lost in static, your fingers tapping time against the passenger door. Later, you slept with your head against the window, your breathing soft beneath the hum of the tires. The highway stretching out like something unfinished. Every mile put distance between me and the version of myself I didn't want to be anymore. You always said I could be anything, but at 4 a.m. on this long, dark road, all I really wanted to be was with you. And then the next one is one I just wrote very recently. Hold on. I'm sorry. Just 1 second. Come on now. There we go. Okay, sorry. It's called The Thing About Mud. I know what loneliness is. It's deep mud under your feet, sucking you down until you can't breathe. You're sinking. The deeper you sink, the louder memory becomes. Friends who drifted away, lovers who left. You've nowhere to go and no way to get there. Sometimes you call for help in empty rooms, but no one hears you. They're all gone. And sometimes, even in crowded rooms, you still feel alone. So you ask yourself, what's wrong with me? No answer comes because there's just no one there. You talk to God, pray for answers, for comfort, for someone to answer back. Then you make new friends, knowing time is fleeting and loneliness isn't. You're deep in the mud now, hoping maybe somehow a lotus will bloom. And then this one is called Lessons. Sometimes I wonder how I got here. When I was younger, I lived fast, loved hard, and threw caution to the wind. I did what I wanted to combat years of having to be silent. I reclaimed my body autonomy and played by my own set of rules. Now people tell me to breathe and enjoy this season of life. But how do I breathe when regret sticks in my throat? When time is moving so much faster than I do? The hands of time turn quickly and autumn doesn't wait for permission. But they don't know I'm already counting the leaves. So I take the breath anyway and walk while they rustle beneath my feet, just one slow step at a time. Thank you. I'm going to have to
Really,
go because I have another meeting. So hugs to all of you, and especially you, Paul.
really, really dope set, Sam. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Sam. Hardest.
Amazing.
Yes, Sam. Thank you, Sam. Thanks for stopping
That's
by.
awesome.
Yeah, you know what? Shout out to Parquillian, man. Shout out to Parquillian. Parquillian is pretty dope, man, for real. I'm familiar. He does this really interesting thing where he uses different languages to describe a thing while creating that thing. So, for instance, he'll use every different variation of the word elephant to make an elephant out of every word that means elephant. It's pretty dope. He's actually an amazing dude. So thank you for that poem, Sam. And that line you said, if poetry was a country, we both own land. That's just dope. That's just dope for real. Second poem, all I really wanted to be was with you. Really love that. The third poem, the deeper you sink, the louder memories become. Calling for help in empty rooms. Hoping maybe a lotus will bloom. That's just really dope. And your last poem, you said, how do I breathe when regret sticks in my throat? Like, there's just so much depth to that. I really, really appreciate the work that you put in. You always go all the way in, and I thank you for that, really. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, yo, this dude, man, been rocking with this dude for some years, man. Love when he comes through, man. He speaks for the people, really. And I really, really love artists that really go all the way in and they love what they do. They love the people they write for, and they always make sure they have something for them. And tonight's going to be no different, I'm sure. The one and only Alexander Goldberg in the building. Come on, man. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please, take it away.
Find me at Gorbensky on Instagram, and the poem that I'm presenting tonight is dedicated to the memory of Lindsey Graham. Senator Lindsey Graham has died. It was confirmed. Finished his earthly journey on an open road. He died on Saturday. He was 71. Few days ago, he was in Kiev. Now, he's gone. His death was sudden. It was cardiac arrest. He tried to help us, and God knows, he did his best. He was a drone production plant. He spoke of laws that White House has approved to target Russian foes. He spoke for the increase of military aid. He showed support. His moral compass never failed. The law he wrote imposed large duties on the countries that buy uranium, oil, and gas from Russians. Sometimes the road may lead to dead end. Many times we've seen how good and evil fight inside of us. Stay on an open road. Try not to change the course. When do you go and turn from there? The choice is yours. Thank you.
He just does that. Unmute yourself. Give it up for the Goldberg.
Right on, Alex.
Great job. Great job. It's amazing to see how much you, like, I've been doing this for a while and I've seen you here, just to see how the skill is growing over time. It's just pretty awesome. Like, good job.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I appreciate you being able to, do a tribute poem to that guy for, his support of Ukraine, because he certainly wasn't really a very positive figure here, I think, for most people. And but nobody's a real person unless they have more than one dimension. But as a politician, he certainly was not admirable for, I would say, most Americans. But I get it, what your interest was in kind of holding him up in the poem, and that's what poets are supposed to be able to be good at doing, right? Kind of taking something that's a little risky and a viewpoint that's not the usual. So I tip my hat to you for that.
Yes, thank you so much, Paul. Yeah, I understand that it's a controversial figure, and not only positive things are associated with him, but whether those negative things will outweigh the positive, only history will tell, and
True,
the time
for
will
sure.
tell. Yes,
Yeah.
and but we have a good tradition. When someone passes away, unless it's a dictator, a terrorist, a rapist, or a murderer, we usually say good things about that person, or don't say anything at all. So with this poem, I try to focus on the positive things in the light of his passing, and avoid the negative.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I think, I just think, I do think it was cool that he was a very outspoken advocate for Ukraine. So, and that he was doing that consistently, as opposed to who kept rolling over whichever way that he felt like, depending on who was on top in the conflict. So, Mr. Graham was very consistent, and that proves he does have character. Because you know what they say about people who keep changing their character, they don't got any.
Yeah, unfortunately, there are people like that, and we're truly grateful to Senator Graham for what he's done in support of Ukraine and in support of the people. So yeah, that's correct. Yeah,
Thanks for being here again.
yeah. Thank you, Paul. Likewise, thank you so much.
So this is why I love the Goldberg, right? This is exactly why, because this is why I said he speaks for the people, and he has his finger on the pulse of people who are close to him, right? And he speaks for those people, and that is what poets are supposed to do, right? We tackle controversial subjects all the time, and we turn them into poetry. So thank you for doing what you do, Goldberg. Amazing work as always. Truly. Sometime the road may lead to a dead end, but you got to stay on it. Thank you, Goldberg. I truly appreciate you. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, yo, this artist, she just puts in work. She just tells very real stories in her poetry. Prepare yourself, because she has a tendency to like bring out your eyes and they sweat sometimes. She's probably got the best birthday in the world. I'm just saying. But she really is incredible. Always look forward to what she has to share with us. The one and only Auntie April in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please take it away.
Much here. Seen so much evil, still spoke no lies. Learning from others' mistakes kept me sharp and wise. Told my story just to reach hearts until I realized self-deprecation, ammunition to friends in disguise. Now I pour my scars into verses with deliberate intent, converting my weakness into a solidified cement. Enemies in the shadows wearing familiar faces, smiling like they care but shifting in places. Gossip is the feast they easily consume, but decay doesn't disappear under perfume. I smell the rot hidden beneath flowery scent. It seeps through every backhanded compliment. They starve my ego, no banquet for pride. It all tastes bittersweet after hearing their sugar-coated lies. Mirrors talk, but they've painted what's shown. In Wonderland, my truth is always alone. When White Rabbit whispered, time isn't your foe, I chased him down the rabbit hole where progress starts to grow. I cured myself from the pressure of societal lies. Curiosity can't kill me, nor the anxiety of time. I'm B Rabbit, flipping scripts and off everybody. Can't nobody tell what they already know about me. Cheshire grin, who are you? I said, someone you can't know. Every mask you think I wear, I buried long ago. Mad Hatter poured a toast, drink to forget. I no longer drown, I said, and left the cup unwet. Rebuilding left callous knuckles on my hands, so sipping my tea don't make you better then. Queen screamed, off with her head. I laughed at the threat. You can't weaponize what I've already accepted. Still, my name's used like a blade in prayer. Loyalty shifting in rooms when I'm not there. They try but can't break this glass home with their stones. I bleed honesty from my skin and bones. You hide your hands, all can see mine clearly. Remaining open in a world this unsteady. Eye for an eye still. They refuse to listen. I will not be just another blind witness. What once cut deep leaves only a graze. I am no longer lost after mastering the maze. This one is called Small Soldier. New Ice Action Figures Commando Elite Major Chip Hazard pull the string, just following orders. Fade in. Exterior America Day. How many licks does it take to reach the center of an ICE agent's hate? Cut to Johan Sebastian Duran Guerrero, 5 to the face, plop, plop, fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is. Crimson blossoms bloom on asphalt gray, sirens swallowing light away. Once you pop, you just can't stop. Another fear from my life, well-rehearsed refrain, another press release, rinsing away the stain, another soul disappear, but who's keeping track? I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. Pink backpack consoling innocence unraveling by the seams as vultures circle wearing badge that gleam. Close up, a wife screaming until the sky looked bruised. God watches only handcuffed, embrace the already abused. I'm loving it. Cut to Lorenzo Salgado Araujo. Boots cracked white with cement dust, toolbox dented, work truck carrying 43 years of rust. Hunted like cattle, gurgling for help, intentionally delayed. Hyenas cackle, tallying humans kidnapped that day. Beefy. Another rosary swinging from the mirror near a dead man. Truth melts in your mouth, not on the stand. Brown is probable cause enough for an attack. Quotas are worth more than the body stacked. Just do it. Standing starved in line for justice, out to lunch. The best part of waking up is fucking waking up. They say do it the right way just to fool us. Tell me what papers will stop bullets. Montage. It takes a lick and keeps on ticking. Tax-funded military toys wrapped in patriot blue. Factory-made heroes with nothing to lose. Cleanse the criminal Vernon without proof. Clocking in to manufacture grief on cue. Pull strings, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Fade to black. How do we taste the rainbow after DEI stripped away? A lifetime to dismantle compassion, 42 days to assemble obedience. Limited time offer, freedom while supplies last. So they restock the shelves again, but this time only with more white men. Cut to action figures include tactical vests, face mask lock, full clip, detachable conscience. Warning, brain sold separately, heart sold out, some assembly required, batteries and humanity not included. Pull string. Mommy, wow, I'm a big kid now. Poem.
Damn. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Auntie April.
Oh my God.
Yo!
Yes.
You can hear there's like music in it as you're reading the poetry.
Bravo.
Oh,
Always
Bravo.
loved the
damn.
bilingual. Always loved the bilingual aspect of it. Just glad to see you in the house. You know.
Damn.
So
Wow.
intense, so fucking intense. The first poem, kind of about where to channel your energy and how you learned, where you should put your passion and your soul. That line, "My truth is always alone," and just that I really was getting it. It was just a fun poem too, in a way. This whole Alice in Wonderland allegory. You know, And the second poem was one of I just was really enjoying the whole ride of that poem, all the different voices. It was such a great performance. Truth melts in your mouth, not on the stand. The best part of waking up is just fucking waking up.
Yeah, that's
That was so intense. The theme kind of too, about kind of being a consumer of how to become a human. And it's just that was just such a wonderful poem.
Yeah, I don't know what happened this week. I don't know. But on one hand, I hate that it did. On the other hand, I'm glad that it did because poetry is applauding you. Let me tell you, those poems were serious business. Um, Shout out to 8 Mile reference in the first poem. She said, "I'm B Rabbit. Can't nobody tell me what I already know about me." Like, let's go, let's go. Um, you can't weaponize what I've already accepted. I'm no longer lost after mastering the maze. Um, the second poem, she said, "How many licks does it take to reach the center of an ICE agent's hate? Damn it. What papers will stop bullets?" And yeah, I think, our first t-shirt quote of the night, truth melts in your mouth, not on the stand. Just crazy work. Appreciate you, Auntie April, for all that you do. Really dope work. All right. Let's see. We have, I believe, 4. Yes, 4 more. And then we'll go to halftime. Coming up next, we have a new voice in the building. Welcome to the greatest community in the world, Rebecca. Please, without letting us know your exact address, where in the world are you plugging in from this evening?
I am in Brooklyn, New York. I'm an old timer that used to come to Bowery in person and Norican.
Okay.
I wasn't shitting my pants, but I was peeing my pants trying to do poetry. But I made it past that. Had to go to the bathroom 5 times the first time I tried. 5th time I got in front of the room and I did it. So I'm here and I am so much better than 5 years ago. But I wasn't I couldn't stop smiling and my cheeks are killing me because I haven't been here in a long time and my heart is just so full just being here, So that's why you don't recognize me. I haven't been here in a while. Life has been happening and I've lost my way. So I'm on the open road in poetry and right back here. And the poem I'm reading is about mental health, on the open road of mental health, because that's what coming back here is. It's being where I belong, and centering that. Let's see. Oh, I had it ready right here. And it is called The Stars and Firebursts of Our Mental Health. So should I get started?
Absolutely, absolutely. Listen, you took it away. I mean, Brooklyn in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. All right, welcome to the greatest community in the world. Welcome back to the greatest community in the world. Please take it away.
Oh yeah. Okay. The Stars and Firebursts of Our Mental Health, and it's a poem about mental health awareness. If you are on fire, spread it and light up the world we live in. If you are drowning, fill others, and your head will lift above water. If you are choking, emote what you feel, and let the air carry your voice forward. If you're feeling dead inside, stop trying to hide, and let others see how horrible it is to be shamed and ignored and treated untoward when being caring and deep-hearted. Let them no longer be blind to their disregard that further feeds your distress into a downward spiral. Help yourself by doing a downward dog and then lift your head upwards towards cobra Lunge forward gingerly and tap your feet lightly, landing softly on a cloud of clarity. As you drop backwards into trust, resting in the seat of your emotions, dwelling within them wantonly, unashamed and unmarked by societal norms, pelvis grinding deeply down, solidly rooted into the ground. And if you are now feeling explosively emotional, explode happiness and joy and peace and kindness in others' hearts as often as you can manage it, between bursts of mood swings shifting with the wind of creativity, a creative mind spinning with the lights that sparkle up this world like fireflies in the night. Too tempting not to touch and too difficult to catch, yet mesmerizing nevertheless, unreachable, yet clearly attainable. Simply by a touch of method and a hint of madness thrown in, mixed perfectly together for a touch of taste, appetizingly referred to in society as art. You marvel at madness openly on display in your museums, yet shame those who openly display their emotions imperfectly in public. You point your finger at me, you say, as you badly dial 911. You tell them, this you shout. As you evoke belligerently, barking it angrily. Down now. You insist I must be put down and not allowed to spiral upwards, waking up a nation into deep rest and meditation, bringing people's conscience online, helping them define the nuance of being fierce and difficult while also being smart and respectful. We can stand tall, expressing ourselves loud and proud, spoken steadily and calmly, echoing into the resounding silence as we evoke what we feel that we don't see visibly. Money will be lost as humans tune into their intuition and drop off screens like dead flies coming back to life, revived, flickering like fireflies, sparkling and twinkling, lighting up the night, floating peacefully by day, coasting through life quietly. No longer watching the screens sitting dead in front of us, the ones that cage and bar our hearts from expressing themselves fully and openly right at the start.
Yeah, that's how it's done. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Rebecca.
Well, welcome back.
Welcome
Welcome back.
Wonderful.
Thank you. I'm so happy.
Now you got it. Now you're stuck.
Oh,
It's over.
This is where I want to be stuck.
Good. Don't worry. You're stuck. We got you.
Awesome.
Well, you really like the aspect of your poem, the best advice, of course, comes from people who've been there, and can tell you about it instead of, this is just maybe my opinion, some expert who's, got a degree in how to give advice. Nobody can give better advice than the person who's been down that path. If you are on fire, spread it. Yeah, that's just what you did. So I'm glad you took your own advice to come here and do that. We're getting a lot, quite a few of these poems here tonight, kind of urging people to just be who they are and embrace it, to kind of own yourself. And as I always say, nobody's going to treat you as good as you treat yourself.
That part. Listen, Rebecca, we all start somewhere, right? The first time a lot of us ever read a poem in front of people, it probably felt like you, right? Had to run back and forth to the bathroom hoping that you didn't pee on yourself on stage, right? It happens that way, right? But as you do it, you realize that poetry is where you have always been, and what you've always needed. And this poem is just a reiteration of that, right? Because you speak so matter of factly here, right? You said light up the world we live in, right? And when you start going into the yoga poses, I was like, oh yeah, she's stretching out now. I really, really dig it. Landing softly in a cloud of clarity, a hint of madness, imperfectly imperfect, the nuance of being fierce. The nuance of being fierce, like that's just really intricate detail. And thank you for doing exactly that. It takes a person who is dedicated to their art to do something like that. So thank you. As their community said, yeah, you kind of fucked up, because now you need to be here every Thursday. We look forward to hearing from you. Your poetry is now a part of this global, worldwide thing that we have here called the greatest community in the world. Thank you for coming. We look forward to hearing from you very soon. Appreciate you. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, yo, this artist, she just comes through. It's always good to see her. She is on a path right now, you know, making the people around her better, trying to better herself so she can be better for the people that need her. And that is extremely important, just as much as every single poem that she writes and shares with us. The one and only Angelina's in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you as always. Please take it away.
I have moved. I've moved into my new apartment. That's why I haven't been around. So it is good to before I start my poem, there was a question that you sent in the email about tonight's topic. I'm not on topic tonight, but it says, when it's time to get away from all the noise and stresses of the world and you hit the open road, what direction is your journey's compass pointing? And mine is pointing here. So thank you, y'all, for always being supportive. And here is my poem tonight. What Love Left Behind. People ask me, do you still love him? And every time I smile, because that's the wrong question. The question isn't whether I still love you. The question is, what do you do with a love that is no longer beside you, but somehow still lives inside you? Nobody prepares you for that. Nobody tells you that heartbreak doesn't always sound like screaming. Sometimes it sounds like silence, finally learning your address. There was a time when your name felt like home, not a place, not a house, not four walls. You were home. We found each other with our arms full of broken things, believing, oh God, believing that if we loved each other hard enough, long enough, deep enough, love could repair everything life had ever broken. And some nights, it almost did. We built a home out of coffee that lasted longer than the sunrise, out of conversations that made tomorrow feel possible, out of laughter that convinced grief to wait outside for one more night. But grief, that bitch is patient. She don't knock. She don't ask for permission. She simply moves in. Until I couldn't tell, excuse me, I couldn't tell if we were just holding on to each other or simply just holding on. Since loving you, I've learned that grief has many names. Michael, Joseph, Isaiah. 3 names, 3 futures, 3 pieces of my heart that will never stop looking for theirs. I speak their names like morning prayers because love doesn't disappear when someone dies. And grief doesn't disappear when someone leaves. They simply learn to live inside the same body. People told me, just throw his things away, as if healing could fit inside a trash bag. So I tried. I emptied the closets, the drawers. I emptied every room that still looked like you. But here's the thing. You don't leave the greatest pieces of yourself inside someone's house. You leave them inside another person. You left fingerprints on my soul. You left echoes walking the empty hallways of my heart. Your life had become interwoven with mine, not stitched, not tied, interwoven. Thread by thread, breath by breath, until I couldn't tell where you ended and I began. People think I've healed because I smile, I show up, but the walls don't remember, hearts do. I don't just carry your DNA, I carry your fingerprints. They're in the way I trust, the way I love, the way I grieve, the way I still believe that home can exist inside another person. And maybe that's the cruelest part, because once you've known what home feels like, you spend the rest of your life hoping you'll recognize it again. Maybe life isn't finished with us, or maybe we've given each other every sentence we were meant to have. But despite everything, I cannot regret a love that taught me what home felt like. Maybe I wasn't searching for forever. Maybe I wasn't searching for perfect. Maybe I wasn't even searching to be loved. I was just wanted you to be home.
That's not okay. That's not okay. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Angelino.
See?
Bravo. Bravo. Thank you, Angelina.
Who's cutting onions?
That's
Somebody stop cutting the onions.
There's a pipe broken in my new apartment. Shit.
Oh shit.
You know, they say pressure bust pipes. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Just saying.
Put the water
Somebody needs to
away.
call
That
the
was really
sheriff on
beautiful.
that bitch that moved
That was
in.
really beautiful. But you're not gonna get me to cry on this thing today now.
I'll wait till next week.
I just, this was such a really powerful example of, this thing poets do about talking to a person or persons who aren't there as a way to kind of get their own footing and put everybody else on notice, right? Because you're telling us about people who live, who literally live inside you, this kind of introjection. And you don't, this, to me, this is very instructive because you're not struggling to externalize these things about them. It's you're kind of on this language journey, which is this poem, and it really covered this beautiful arc through the whole poem. And I just really admire a lot of your metaphorical statements that don't, they're not, how can I say, labored in a sense. They just come so naturally and fluidly to you. Silence finally leaving, what's that? Silence finally learning your address, people telling you to get rid of things as if feelings could be fit in a trash bag, that kind of stuff. You're just full of these things, and it's really beautiful to hear. So I'm glad you got your move done and you could get back here.
That's right. And that is actually the three names I mentioned were the miscarriages I had within the last 2 years.
Wow.
So that was me giving an ode to them. So it's interesting that you picked that up. You picked up like they're quote unquote living inside you. They were literally living inside me. And it's just coming to peace that that's actually what broke up my relationship. It was not the fact that the two of us, we fought, but it was other entities, grief that did it.
Yeah, and in that way, this poem was a bit like a prayer in a sense,
Yeah.
really,
Yep.
giving an offering and thanks. Yeah, because, it wasn't obvious in the poem that, these three
Mhm.
souls were who they were.
Mhm.
I sort of was assuming they were relationships you
Yeah.
had with people actually, out in the world, so to
Mhm.
speak. But that just makes the poem even more profound to me.
Thank you.
Yeah. Initially, I thought you were speaking of like relationships that you severed, but as you continued, I realized how difficult it is to give names to beings that never came into being. That is the work, honestly. Right? Beyond any theme, beyond any piece of writing that you enjoy doing, this is painful. And this is why I always say, folks, no matter what you're going through, poetry can take it. And this is another example of just that. There's just some work, and listen, what you've been going through is just making you stronger. Really. Like the Jedi Master was saying, I picked up on those lines as well. Right? Heartbreak doesn't always sound like screaming, right? I convinced grief to wait outside for one more night, right? Three pieces of my heart that will never stop looking for theirs. Golly. Left fingerprints on my soul. I cannot regret a love that taught me what love felt like. Excellent work, really. Thank you for delivering it the way that you do, for taking the time to write it the way that you did, and giving your whole self to the poem. Excellent work. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, we're going to cross the country real quick, right? This gentleman been rocking with us for years, man. One of the dopest cats in the world. Whether he has his instrument or not, his voice, his just him being him, man. It's just really, really one of those things that helps us put balance into the world. The one and only Joski C in the building. Come on, Joski, let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
Hey, Elemental. Coming through?
Like a rock star, Joski, let's go.
Wonderful. This is something I wrote called Big Boy Pants. You were big boy pants, you're a big boy now. Stumble down the ramp, you're a big boy now. Lumber across the lawn, helicopter's gone. You're a big boy now. Eat up your burger, you're a big boy now. Your victim said you hurt her, you're a big boy now. You like your chicken fried, you lie and lie and lie. Scream your tantrum like an anthem in a war. You want everything, but everything's already yours. So many votes, how can they count that high? Play with your blocks, you're a big boy now. East Wing's a sandbox, you're a big boy now. Your pool is growing scum, reflecting what you've done. Scream your tantrum like an anthem in a war. You want everything, but everything's already yours. So many votes, how can they count that high? We can't wait to say goodbye. We'll be dancing in the street. Praise from your guys, you're a big boy now. Nothing but lies, you're a big boy now. Grab your bags, helicopters waiting on the pad. Show us you're a big boy now. You're a big boy now. You're a big boy now.
Sir, I don't know how you make music out of anything that comes to your mind. It's pretty fucking genius. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Joski. See.
All right, Joski. Yeah, Joski. Big boy now. You're a big boy now.
Big boy now.
We need that on a t-shirt, y'all. We need that on a t-shirt.
I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy.
I love how your music, your guitar always supports your words. I love that.
Right.
Yeah, this poem was like a kind of symbolic gutting of a fish. It was so sharp and and precise. You know, and I like that it started out with all the, you know, the kind, but the whole poem was laced with the kind of paraphernalia of a fake identity. And, you know, the tone of your voice and stuff was this lament, you know, it was almost like a dirge, the poem in a way. But because it has this, you know, sarcasm under it, there's also that kind of, I want to say, sly laughter. It really carries how heartfelt it is too, because that, you know, your emotions are just so on top of all of your songs. And this certainly was no exception to that.
Yeah, and props for the new instrument. Right, I've been rocking with you for a while, Joski. I've never seen you get down with that instrument. That's really dope, man. And I just love the tone of this song, right? Just the beautiful cynicism and sarcasm in this poem. It just sings. And like Oshun Yoyen was saying, right? There is just this beautiful synergy between you and your music. It's never a competition. It always has a balance. You're amazing, sir. You said your victim said you hurt her. You're a big boy now. So many votes. How can they count that high? East Wing Sandbox. We can't wait to say goodbye. We'll be dancing in the streets. You just really you really make it easy for people to listen, for people to consume your work, and you're always right on point, Joski. Thank you for all that you do, sir. Amazing work as always. All right, one more poet, and we will go to halftime. Coming up next, we will stay on the West Coast. This artist is a nationally ranked slam poet. She rocks all over the world. Every time she finds herself on stage, she finds herself on a final stage. She rocks with a microphone or without a microphone. She's all kinds of incredible. Author of I Stand 10 Toes Down, as well as Unconfirmed RSVP. The one and only Lady K in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please, take it away.
Thanks, everybody. So I wrote towards the theme today. and I didn't quite know how relevant it was going to be. So I want to start out this piece. I lost a very close family member this morning. So I just want to tell everybody, whatever road has been calling your name, follow your passions, live your life, love on your people. And that's it. So I'm going to get started with this piece, and it's called Open World. Looking back, I think the biggest lie I ever believed came from the video game Grand Theft Auto. And maybe all those parents and evangelicals trying to ban it were right, just not for the reason they thought, because the most dangerous thing about that game that it ever taught me wasn't how to steal a car or pick up a prostitute. It convinced me every mission had a destination. Every objective had a marker, every wrong turn simply recalculated. Somewhere in my 20s, I accidentally started believing that life worked the same way and owed me that same certainty. So I made a map: career, marriage, children, retirement, check, check, check. As if life was grading me instead of growing me. Funny thing about maps, they assume you'll always want the same destination. Life had other plans. Some missions I completed. Some I failed spectacularly. Some I willingly abandoned because somewhere between surviving and becoming, I realized the reward was no longer worth the person I'd have to become to collect it. Then, somewhere between the life I planned and the life I was actually living, new region unlocked: poetry. A destination my original map didn't even know existed. Funny, the game that taught me to love open worlds was made by Rockstar Games. Decades later, poetry gave me a rockstar life, not because I'm famous, because poems keep carrying me to cities my younger self couldn't even zoom out far enough to imagine. Interesting how life hides metaphors in plain sights, then waits years before explaining them. I think that's what growing up really is, realizing that hobbies were rehearsals, that detours were directions, that side missions were the main storyline wearing a disguise. The roads you swore were taking you off course were quietly leading you home. Life has never spoken in straight lines, it's spoken in metaphor. We just spend the first half of our lives trying to solve it, and the second half realizing we've been living the answer all along. Turns out I've always loved open road worlds because somewhere my spirit already knew it wasn't built for linear living. I used to think a compass was supposed to eliminate uncertainty, point north, walk straight, arrive, simple. Now I know I was trying to use a compass like a GPS, demanding turn by turn instructions from something that was only ever meant to whisper, this way. That's the thing about a compass. It never cared where I ended up. It only cared that I didn't lose myself getting there. Somewhere along this road, I stopped believing the greatest discoveries were places. Sometimes they're the people who remind you who the hell you are, who believe in you just a little longer than you can believe in yourself. So now, if you ask me where I'm headed, I don't know. And for the first time in my life, that doesn't sound like failure. It sounds like freedom, because I spent 48 years trying to make my life follow my map, only to discover life never owed me a map. It was trying to build a navigator. I spent years believing the goal was to unlock a new world. See, the world was never locked. I was. Every wrong turn, abandoned mission, every unexpected road wasn't opening the map. It was opening me. And maybe that's what peace has been all along. Not arriving or certainty, not finally seeing the whole map, just becoming the kind of person who can smile, look down at the compass, finally trust the one holding it, and just keep driving.
Yo, when poets flex, it's really ridiculous. It really is. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Lady K.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, yeah.
I'm exploding out of
Sounds
myself.
like I've been
Yeah.
a rider in your car all of these years, baby.
Thank you. Did anybody else play Grand Theft Auto? I love that game.
Thank you.
The reward was not worth the person I had to become to get it. This is one of the crazy mad lines in your poem. It's really, a discovery poem. And I really got keyed in near the end to the sense of vulnerability of the poem, which was how vulnerable you were to your own self in a way, and the 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 sort of quest was this very universal thing that poets, I think, are eminently qualified to speak on in a very helpful way. It was this theme about finding purpose, right? And I really like that line about, freedom came from not really knowing where you're going, and that was fine. That was just one of the revelations in your poem.
Thank you.
Yeah, there are a few things in there that that just kind of jump out at you. My spirit wasn't built for linear living. To the folks who believe in you a little longer than you believe in yourself. Life wasn't trying to build a map, it was trying to build a navigator. As if life was grading me instead of growing me. Listen, life hides metaphors in plain sight. Life is never spoken in straight lines. Listen, that Rockstar Games joint, like, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, from Rockstar Games to the Rockstar Life, like, come on, man. Yo, that was really dope. Most people just look at GTA as just being GTA and not necessarily showing love to Rockstar. But they really did an amazing job creating a franchise of GTA. Really, really dope. Really, really dope. And a dope spin on the theme. So I really appreciate what you do and how you do it. I believe that you're getting ready for Blackberry Peach. For the folks who don't know what Blackberry Peach is, it is basically a national individual poetry slam competition. The best of the best of the best come out and get down and compete against each other for like the worlds. It's going to be incredible. Lady K is involved. Some folks you may know, some folks you may not, but trust, the best of the best. So best of luck, Lady K. All right, we have reached halftime, folks. It has been an amazing first half. All of these incredible poets came to get down, and they did just that. Second half is going to be no different. So stay tuned. We will be back in about 5 minutes. Refresh your drink, stretch your legs. We'll be back shortly, folks. Good evening. And thank you for tuning in to the online open mic with the greatest community in the world. Week after week, you keep this flame of artistry burning with a light that transcends time, distance, and borders. Now, welcome to the Halftime Report. I'm your correspondent. My name is Elemen2al, bringing you the latest news and upcoming events proudly presented by the legendary New Eureka Poets Cafe. Stay tuned, stay inspired, and as always, keep creating. The New Eureka Bowery Slam, happening every Monday at the Bowery Poetry Club in New York City, hosted by Luna Rosa and Jay Rose. Winner receives a $20 cash prize and a chance to compete in the final Friday Slam. Occurring on the last Friday of the month at the Lower East Side Center at 7 p.m. Hosted by Matthew Marroquin and Paul Conqueso. Winners from the New Eureka Bowery Slam compete against each other for a $100 cash prize and a chance to compete in our annual Grand Slam. Plus, there's the Twilight Hour open mic hosted by La Bruja. Make sure you come through. For more details on the slam season, including rules, winners, and current year scoreboard, go to newyourekan.org/slam. Our open mics at the Lower East Side and Center are all kinds of incredible. The venue records high-quality audio and video of all performances, and they are live streamed to the Lower East Siders and New Eurekan YouTube channels. All except our first Wednesday of every month, we have Women's Orator Wednesday, aka WOW, hosted by 2024 Grand Slam champion Somebody's Mama. The remaining Wednesdays of the month, we have the New Eurekan Open Mic, hosted by Brian Acosta Aria, aka Brian the Motel Guy. Make sure you plug in. It is going to be something special. Our online programs, which are absolutely free, include the online open mic, hosted by yours truly, weekly on Thursdays via Zoom and live stream on YouTube. All styles are welcome. Every artist has 4 minutes to rock with new themes every week. The second Tuesday of every month via Zoom, we have the Slam Workshop, facilitated by the 2015 Grand Slam champion Joel Francois. This is theory and practice. Don't miss it. Get your tickets today. There are many other in-person and online events coming up. For info and tickets of all the programming, you can go to neweurekan.org/calendar. Our social media and website and other links, including how to sign up for the mailing list, you go to our Linktree/New Eurekan Poets Cafe. Visit our YouTube channel to catch past live streams of online and Lower East Side Center open mics, beatniks, and special events at Battery Park City, Poetry House, and NJ. The New Eurekan Poets Cafe is a non-profit 501c3 organization based in New York City on the Lower East Side. Ticket sales and grants don't cover all of our programs and operations expenses. So here are ways that you can help support us in our mission to continue with moving poetry forward. Our merchandise, shirts, hats, and tote bags available for purchase at our New Yo table and in-person events, or go to neweurekan.org/merch. Spring and summer collection coming soon. Also, check out and subscribe to our Patreon site. Gain access to video recordings of in-person events not available online for the public. Go to patreon.com/New Eurekan Poets Cafe. We would love to hear from you. If you've attended one of our shows, let us know about your experience. Go to neweurekan.org/survey to complete and submit the form and receive a special gift for your feedback. Special thanks to our tech team, our programs and operations team, all of our hosts, our executive director, and all our sponsors for helping us to continue to move our artwork forward. We appreciate you for all your continued support, helping us to keep the spirit of artistry and inspiration of poetry alive and moving forward through the spirit of our founders. Brought to you by Elemen2al Vision Works, inspiring change through passionate poetry and creative productions. Your energy and passion truly make this community something special. Thank you for all your artistry and your genius. Truly can't thank you enough. We appreciate you. Now, back to the show. Peace. Yeah, let's do it. Back in the building. Great to see everyone. Appreciate you all for being here. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you are here. So we appreciate you. So let's get it. Let's get right back to it. Coming up next, all the way across the pond where it is wicked late, this gentleman, another pillar of our community, he's just the most eloquent writer in the world. I like to say that this gentleman and Love have a thing going on like Billy Paul and Mrs. Jones. He is proof that love does love somebody. It's really him, Dr. Love himself, the one and the only lantern carrier in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you, brother. Please, take it away.
Imperial hegemonies are modern, brought them a period of tremendous suffering, all yet weaknesses that diverse human. We see this playing itself globally, where forces laws of hypocrisy, a multipolar order, striving to break the heavy chains of injustice by teamwork and alignment. This eventually works for a while until the cycle repeats itself for the problem as taught by messengers of love inherent in beings and not outsiders. Welcome to the road of the soul traveler. I am a mariner on a golden ship, striving to transform the turbulence of my shadows to manifest a much needed light on my homeward journey. Fate compels the very footprints that I take. Destiny propels my soul like the very source that blends us all together. Patience, like a race, lies in the colored flag at startup and shows that it breasts the tape triumphantly beyond the finish line. Emptiness is an open wound I try to seal while my pen surges like a river. Charity is the joy of the soul's selfless love, and I often find its hidden self in unexpected actions. Smile, a gift, a hug, or kind deed. Love walks with me, seeking a channel to express itself. Blame to someone's firewood, or a GPS to the cessation of all suffering. When the rays of dawn emerge, when the sunlight catches the soul in the Elysian lap of paradise, I pray my words echo in your core, my spirit whispers in the magna of your being. I am right here, walking through the sunrise, to a realm that heaven has made ready for my respite. Through my grandeur enchant, like the scent of redolent flowers, my laughter resonates in the hills and valleys afar. When the call of the beloved beckons, I will go, yet it's no farewell, but an awakening to the glories of the beyond. I will come again, for how can the sun not set when day is waning? How will the willow walk without the breeze fashioned from my love? They're together as breath and breaths, the sound of silence amid sleep, the soaring eagle, which will never dream it can fly without love's feathers. Is flight possible without the lapis lazuli of the perennial heavens? Love soars like the phoenix, a shimmering fire of longing, patient like the sunset, knowing that they will fade. The quintessence of spirit is like daybreak, light, a nameless symphony which permeates all things, filling up with a Tao of presence. Where am I not? The glow that dances in butterflies is the very cuteness of a child's smile. So too you will hear my songs, morning's dew, feel my essence, all photographs of pleasant memories. Didn't I agonize in the Garden of Gethsemane? Yet I rose again from an old rugged cross, ascended the darkness, even as Orion merged with the twinkle in your heart. The decay in my sepulchre goes beyond imperial chaos and confusion, for I am an eternal journey. The lantern carrier. Thank you.
Sir, you are incredible. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Lantern Carrier.
Lantern. Bravo. Thank you.
Beautiful.
You always talk about manifesting light. You always manifest light. Every word you write manifest light. I respect your journey and the journey of elevation that you're on. Respect it.
Thank you so much, Mona. Thank you, Priestess.
Where am I not?
Where am I not? Right. Right.
You know, did you not? I'm glad you said the title, Road of the Soul Travelers, if I got that right. And you know, what is the soul? Because you hear people talk about soul in poems all the time, and you know, let alone people talking about soul when they're speaking about religious matters. And that's not what you do in your poems, strictly speaking. You know, and I think it's kind of important to clarify what soul is because
Yeah.
people talk about it all the time. And it's, you know, I think it's good to get away from the idea that soul is this kind of mystical, you know, sort of phantasmagorical thing. When we talk about soul, we're talking about our own desires and appetites and intuitions, our ambitions, our emotions of connection with other people. So when people talk about the soul, you're not talking about some disembodied thing, right? We're talking about our own interior self, and
That's right.
you know,
That's
our
right.
who we
It's a
really
divine
are.
spark of consciousness. The very thing.
Yeah, thanks for that. So, you know, all your like Oshun Yoyin is saying, you know, you're always reflecting upon light, and you're always bringing that light, and this journey of ascension is kind of, I'm just going to say, it's a privilege to witness, and
Oh, thank you. Privilege to hear you, Jedi Master.
yeah.
It
So
really is that. It really is a privilege, and a name befitting your eloquence and your approach to poetry. Like when you think about a lantern carrier, right? I'm a big fan of like old school kung fu movies, and usually there was someone walking around at night calling out the time, and they would have a couple of things. One was a lantern, the other was like this stick, and they would just tick tick. You know, they would have this gong and a piece of wood or a block or something like that, and they would constantly be calling out the time. But one thing they always had was a lantern. And when you see someone with a lantern, in essence, what they're doing is chasing away shadows. And that is one beautiful thing that light does exceptionally well. And when you add light to love, now you're chasing demons away. And this is just something that you do impeccably well, right? You talked about the quintessence of spirit, um, awakening to the glories of the beyond. Emptiness is an open road I try to seal. He mentioned love's feathers. I would love to know what love's feathers look like and feel like. That is just a beautiful image that you created. Thank you, Lantern, for what you do and continuing to do it. Your consistency, it really is to be admired, sir. Thank you for what you do. All right. I'm excited. I'm excited about this. Coming up next. So I got a message last week that said, hey, there's this thing that's going to happen. I said, oh, wow. Don't know if I've ever seen this, but I'm here for it. However, it's not so far-fetched, and you're going to see why in just a second. So, coming up next, one of the hardest working men in poetry. He is the author of Mirror, Mirror on the Wall and Reflections. The one and only Ike Waltz in the building, a.k.a. the Vincent Price of poetry. He also wrote another book recently, Exultate Jubilate, with a gentleman named Garland Thompson. And this evening, these two gentlemen are going to delight us in a collaboration that I'm surprised that this book can handle. These two gentlemen are absolutely amazing. It is great to see you both. Let the world know before you break them how they can connect with all the amazing things that you do, gentlemen. Great to see you. Please take it away.
A tragic MAGA comedy.
L'incoronazione di Donaldo de Trampolini.
The crowning of Donald, our king of the misguided states of America.
After Claudio Monteverdi, 1600, and Benito Mussolini, 1940.
Is it satire?
Is it parody?
Is it comedy?
Or is it just
A picaresque poem?
Por Timiro?
At you I gaze.
Who son io?
Yours I am.
Por ti godo.
In you I delight.
Femme mia.
You are my hope.
Mi convinci.
You convince me.
Elodie?
Say it. Say it.
A te sono legato.
To you I am bound.
Idole mio.
Idol mine.
Condivido il tuo dolore.
I feel your pain.
E la verità e nient'altro che la verità.
It's the truth and nothing but the truth.
Per te io muoio.
For you I die.
Sì, mio ben.
Yes, my beloved.
Oh, mia vita.
Oh, my life.
Sì, mio cor.
Yes, my heart.
Oh, mi tesoro.
Oh, my treasure.
Mia vita. Sì.
My life. Yes, you are my life.
Io son tua.
I am yours.
Tu sei il mio re.
You are my king.
Sono un re.
I am a king.
Tu sei il re.
You are the king.
Lunga vita al nostro re.
Long live our king.
Lunga vita io il re.
Long live I, the king.
Lunga vita al nostro prezioso re.
Long live our precious king.
Lunga vita Donaldo re.
Long live King Donald.
Lunga vita al nostro prezioso re.
Long live our precious king.
Lunga vita Donaldo re.
Long live King Donald.
And you, my obedient subjects, stop pretending as you never had a better choice. When I, your king, plungers you into war.
Oh, yes. You will admire the many dead heroes even more. But you will love me unconditionally, I say.
Lunga vita, Donaldo, re!
Long live King Donald! And my stupid head hurts so badly, ever so badly. I love the king, and I salute ya.
Lunga vita, Donaldo, re!
Long live King Donald!
Naga praise!
We the free and brave!
We just pray, Panis Angelicus, no Donaldo's trampus, the MAGA king. I say, no king. I say. Thank you.
Okay. I'm gonna let everybody like catch their breath for a second because I'm still trying to catch mine. Goodness, gentlemen, unmute yourself. Give it up for Ike Waltz and Garland
Wow.
Thompson.
Amazing.
That was awesome.
How
That's
you say so man?
beautifully
That was
performed.
priceless.
Bravo.
It felt like being on Broadway and watching a show.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well, that's exactly it, isn't it? That was such a stupendous performance. It was so great to see Garland's acting chops just take over the screen. And they're just this huge comedic charge. Um, I just was so into the campiness of it, the exaggeration as attack and all the sincerity, this like really in the face sincerity is kind of the Trojan horse carrying the satire over the top. That was such a great performance, really super.
Yeah, I have to agree. Can't say I've ever experienced anything like that here, ever. Um, and the way that you decided to do this, right? Where Ike is, I can only assume that was Latin, Ike. I'm not sure. Please put it in the chat. But the fact that Ike was doing this in one language and then Garland is translating it Italian. What the? Okay, okay. So this was it's like an opera, like an opera. Amazing. Just the expression of it all. Um, the fact that both of you kind of just, again, like I love when poets do, they just give themselves to the poem, right? And you fall into it. Thank you, Garland, for just being willing to do something like that, and Ike for doing something like that. I really felt like I'm sitting in listen, both of you put me in the audience, right? And I'm watching you on stage and I'm watching this unfold. That was amazing, gentlemen. That was amazing. So let me be the first to tell you though how completely and royally that you just fucked up though. Because now I need another one, right? Like DJ Khaled, I need another one. For real. Like, if you can do this, like, clearly, folks, these gentlemen have an entire piece of work together. But the way that you brought this together is just stellar. Thank you both, gentlemen. Amazing work. Yes, Jedi Master, Act 2. We are anticipating. For sure. Great work. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, one of my spiritual advisors. I love when this artist reaches out to me because she always enlightens me in so many different ways. Every conversation, I feel like I'm learning a little more about me. You know how they say you don't know what you don't know? When I converse with her, she reminds me that, oh, this is what you don't know, so let me enlighten you on it. And I'm always thankful for our conversations. The one and only Oshun Yo Yan in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you, Priestess. Please, take it away.
You can find me working on that poem. You can find me. I'm writing that poem, and I've been writing it since I said that to you. And this thing is going on and on and on and on and on. I don't know when it'll ever be finished. So I'm kind of on a rant tonight. I don't even know if I'll call this a real poem. Kind of on a rant. And as usual, I have no title. I don't title myself. I need to do that. I know. Okay, here we go. My words are the stones I throw at your glass houses to smash your hypocrisy. My words untie the knots of your lives meant to confuse the minds of the unsuspecting people. My words are the antidote to the poison you mass feed every day, pseudo-intellectually, emotionally, electronically, nutritionally, musically, and yes, even spiritually. We see you. We are happy that you are pathologically blind to us. Those of us who know and tap in the millennia-old force fields, the divine cosmic forces of the universe that your ignorance calls superstitions and fairy tales. We call for help, deliverance, and justice that sees everything. No matter how tight you think you tied the blindfold of your tangled treachery around our eyes, we call. See the secrets unveiled. Watch your delusional saints fall. The lightning bolts strike in the diseases that openly infect your brainwashed populations and that they contract pathologically. You're egotistically obliviously blind. You're egotistically obliviously blind to your own back. We're still here. We're not going anywhere.
Boy, those matter of fact poems, they just stick, boy. Unmute yourself, give it up for Oshun. Yo, yeah.
Thank you, Oshun. Bravo. Calling out the bullshit.
Well, there's nothing like it when you know become the warrior poetess, really. I mean, it's just I want to, it gets me to stand up, and the whole first few lines of your poem, 4 or 5 lines, you're just directly talking about power of the spoken word. I just always love that when poets go straight at it like that. And you did this beautiful performance too, and the sense of urgency. See, this is what I really love in your work too, the sense of urgency and eloquence of what you do and how you speak your poems to us like that. But it just I'm inspired, Ocean Yoyid, when you really get on that warrior uh, path.
Well, I'm going to quote you. And this is really, and a lot of times when I'm writing and I write something for the New Eurekan poetry event, I keep in mind why the New Eurekan was started. Why Miguel Algarin and the other Miguel started the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. And it's actually so those of us who are taking on the role of griot and jelly can talk about these things and point them out so nobody forgets. So all of us write poetry like this because that's a tradition of the New Eurekan Poets Cafe, and we're keeping it. I'm glad to see we are.
Yeah, blessed place.
Absolutely. Listen, it continues to save lives and save mine. There's lots of people, right, that can testify to that. Thank you, Priestess, for really reminding everyone the importance of what we do and how we do it. For the folks who don't know, the Priestess is also a contributor to Sunday's Open House Anthology, produced by one of the last poets. Shout out Abi Odun. These types of poems, and as you said, like in your early on in this poem, you said, "My words are the stones I throw at your glass houses." Listen, I don't care how magnificent they are; these stones will bring them down. And I really appreciate that sentiment, and the fervency with which you write them. Thank you for doing what you do. Please continue to do just that. Peace to the God also. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, this incredible gentleman, had a conversation with him recently. He is a warrior in the truest sense of the word. Shout out the educators in the building. He's just a one of one. Truly, his way with words is uniquely beautiful. He is the author of Four Crescents, Black Calculus, Evaporating Rage. He is a pushcart nominee, a playwright, and just all the way around incredible individual. The one and only Norm Mathematics in the building. Come on, Math. Let these folks know where they can find you, man. You know it's always great to see you. We always look forward to what you have to share with us. Please, take it away.
Okay. So, thinking about the theme and part of that conversation that me and Elemental had to do with the fact that whenever he throws up what the theme is, I put the theme in my search on my phone, going through my apps. And I read this about a year ago, and I don't know how many of y'all were present, but it's as pertinent now as it was then. The title of this piece is Thriving in That Labyrinth. Epigraph, living life between the blues and the blessings. Mathematics. There are tight spaces that appear as cracks in boundaries between yielding to suffer misery and grateful prayers. Crevices open to unforeseen paths that labyrinth in random directions. Spiral staircases lead down into despair without respite. Darkness cloying on every step. Staircases spin in tighter circles, reach upward with open arms, embrace hope, lend wings to each step. Stay between double yellow lines until the flow of life approaches an off-ramp that wasn't on the map. A detour sign points left or right, hiding the up and down of either direction. Hope is the instinct that chooses which way to go, without which life becomes a crapshoot, a roll of the dice, where random chaos always wins. Choose either direction with hope in the gas tank, tempers the choice. A left turn steers onto the smooth pavement, misleads to directionless darkness, where hopelessness swallows the will to go on. With hope on board, fear of running out of gas is not the reason to despair. A right turn steers onto an unpaved gravel path with road signs that read lost in any dialect. A cloverleaf tunnel runs under life's overpass. A shimmer at the end is the hope, lights the way through shadows of doubt. This traveler is not afraid to leave the safety and security of home, where uncle's voice can be heard in the background. Hope. Don't leave home without it. Peace.
What a beautiful message to end on. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Mathematics.
Just feels like keep hope in your pocket.
Right.
Take it everywhere. Thank you.
The hell with American Express. Keep hope in your pocket. Don't leave home without it, right?
Right?
I find that poem very helpful.
Yeah, thanks again, Norm, for making it here. You know, I kind of take some of the message of the poem, it's our responsibility to progress, to face whatever it is and progress and not be stopped. And what I really feel very strongly from your poem is your belief in the listener. And that's a kind of generosity and encouragement that I think people find that hard to offer, and it's something that is hard to learn, that belief in the listener, because we don't live in a terribly believable period. We live in a period of time where people are kind of called forward in more aggressive ways. So I just was really feeling a kind of, I can't characterize it any other way than this kind of soothing mood that came from your belief in the listener.
One, thank you so much for your feedback and the intentionality and this community and having the confidence that they're not just listening or they're not just hearing my voice, they're listening to what's behind the voice. And it reminds me, I am part of the audience. Somebody else wrote this poem. This poem came through the ancestors' role in my life. And I think about what Lady K was talking about. I also think about and am reminded whenever I'm at a pause and there's a question, my feet are stopped. But at that particular stage, with hope in the gas tank, any direction is forward.
Mm.
It's not a turnaround. It's not a desviar a la izquierda, a la derecha. No. Whichever way you go with your first step is north. It's the way the compass goes. Okay, peace.
Thank
Come on, man. Oh, come on, man. I really love the sentiment. And you just this poem, it's such a universal truth, right? With hope in the gas tank tempers the choice. He said it doesn't matter if you go left or right. Your first step is always north. You just have to you'd have to have the courage to take that first step. Thank you, Math, for being here and reminding us of the importance, the power of hope. It's just amazing, sir. Really. Thank you for your warrior spirit. Truly appreciate you. All right. We have 6 more poets this evening. Unless somebody else comes in, I believe we're gonna finish at a decent time tonight, right? All right. Coming up next, Jersey in the building. Our resident reggaeton artist is here. This gentleman, his pen is just sharp, man. He works hard, whether it's musically or poetically. He's putting in the work, taking the time to make sure it's all the way live, man. Looking forward to your next project. The one and only Brian and Cecil in the building. Come on, man. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please take it away.
Thanks, Elemental. I'm gonna try for today. One of them I've added more since, and one is a new one that I'm gonna probably try. So let's see how much time we got. This one I've read before, but I've added since. So this one's called "Fuck That Future." AI artists, fuck that future. More inflation, fuck that future. No privacy, fuck that future. Killer Kaufman, fuck that future. Wilson burning, fuck that future. Do nothing, not fuck that future. Led by losers, fuck that future. Still getting pushed, fuck that future. Stagnant wages, fuck that future. How do you afford what you can't procure? Window shop at the grocery store. No EBTs, everybody therefore. Forced to be poor, but we got money for war. Meanwhile, they asking what y'all doing nothing for. Dangling their carrots off of the allure. Is that why shit been feeling harder than before? This pattern we in, can we break away? Or is it too late? Should we call Mayday? Are we the easily swayed by currency? I think it goes without saying, unless we step back from our current ways. Fat chances looking slim, more underway. Working out only once when you put the steps in. Taste that bread you're owed. Don't forget that you're indebted. For decades trickled away, what was saved? You'd rather rave about grave Robin Reagan's grave or fight his disease that's still killing us today. Cause time marches on, it never waits. AI centers, fuck that future. More inflation, fuck that future. No privacy, fuck that future. Killer comment, fuck their futures. Leaders grifting, fuck that futures. Building stocks instead of cures. Promising light only to obscure. Smiles authentic, not so sure. Had it up to here, fuck all the fear. Interfering with progress, playing with the feelings and reasoning. You got to continue stealing from underneath us. Unroad the ground from beneath us. No different from keeping up appearances. Act like they care about your grievances. Hook, line, and sink more into the finances. If I had to say, they only get two chances. The first fuck up is a freebie. They get one slip. Second time they get the old-fashioned banishment, like they used to do further back in the day. Might as well add, since they are so obsessed with history. It's really, if it really repeats, then we can climb back up. Easier said than done. How much will be enough? Whether or not it ever does, that's all up to fate. The clock just ticking, cause it never waits. Worlds are burning, fuck that future. Do nothing, now fuck that future. Led by losers, fuck that future. Still getting pushed, fuck that future. Innovation, fuck that future. Moving too fast like we high off sugar. Why all buildings losing color? Fuck the black and white architecture. Tear it all up. Godzilla with prefectures. That's one way to let loose from all this modern pressure. On the name of being modernized. You call it sound advice. We call it gentrified of the mind. Divert our eyes from the ever rising price. All the rent's too high. Then pick your shit up and drive. Not our problem though. Gotta make room for the rich guys. Fuck what the majority wants. I want mine. And including yours. We'll take it back and license it back to you with the monthly tax. What about physical media? Just relax. You need anything, you just gotta tap, then go take a nap. Pay no attention this way. Meanwhile, complacents never complain. That's how a culture gets wiped away. Death just closer by the day, cause it never waits. That's the first one. I think I got time. This one's a very short one. Quick story. I'm trying to listen to more Peruvian music, and I came across this band, cumbia band, that I like the beat for. So this one's been more fun, different tone. So could probably do 30 seconds. With the herb back, just clock the fuck out, about to pop out, need all hands on deck. With the herb back, about to call everybody, we gonna chill the step place. With the herb back, tip easily turns a bad day into a splendid one. With the herb back, one deep inhale makes you feel like you're raising out of hell. With the herb back, only time when the future feels a bit more manageable. With the herb back, the best way to stretch seconds into a few more minutes. With the herb back, you sure those little branches never came with a weird stench? With the herb back. Lil sis still sending me articles, worry about my health with the herb back. Let the music play done with this cool world, just take me away with the herb back. All the sounds and rhythm, making everybody move me wet with the herb back. That's it. That's all I got.
Yo, that dude is sick with it. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Brian. It's Cecil.
The rhythm. I love
I
it.
know. Your voice is like a drum.
Right on. That first piece, dope. Fuck that.
So it just was so cathartic too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I just want. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, it's just one of them is just about, I guess, more just, I don't know. I just get tired of how fast everything moving. Maybe that might make me sound like an old man, but I feel like it reflects a sentiment a lot of people are feeling about going too fast. And I guess conversely, the other one is about enjoying slowing down, with the help of something. But yeah.
Well, I wanted to say, you got to answer that question that's in the second poem. And here's a question for you. how come those people in New Jersey made the state law that to buy herb at the store, you had to be a state resident? That's no fair. So when I come there, that's what I have to say to my brother all the time. He lives in Hoboken. Where the herb at? Because I can't go buy it here. I like the first poem, fuck
Oh
that
man.
fuck that future, the future is a false bill of goods. And how it's turned into a product like every other product. So the whole thing is, so who gets to own the future? It's just another privilege. I love that line, gentrified of the mind. And I just was really I just identified with that whole poem. The future is just this another product we're supposed to be getting sold. You talked about it in terms of how things are going too fast, and I'm not going to buy this future. I'm sorry. You want me to use artificial intelligence? Okay, but I'm not going to pay anything for it.
I'm here for calm cursing and using the word fuck that.
Here for it. Listen, man, I really dig how you continue to evolve this piece, right? Um, and I can hear the additions, and they're really dope, man. It's becoming something more. Every time you add something to this poem, it's becoming something more, right? You said forced to be poor, but we still got money for war. Like, come on. You rave about robbing Reagan's grave. Fuck that, man. No privacy, right? I've had it up to here with all that fear. Godzilla with prefectures? Like, come on, man. What? License it back to you with a monthly tax? Like, come on, man. That second poem, Where the Herb At, like, based on what the Jedi Master said, it just reminds me of a song came out a long time ago. Said it ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. So, go to a state that should be, of course not. Of course not. The was like, no. Share it. You know what I mean? The herb is in the air, man. You gotta share it. Appreciate you, Brian. For real, man. Keep working. When you release the new track, man, make sure you let me know. I want to check it out. Appreciate you. All right. Coming up next, Loveless Gentleman comes through. Every time I hear him, he just continues to get better. He continues to work on it. He continues to dig in his books, man, and he writes and he writes and he writes. And I love poets who continuously work on their craft. The one and the only Prince of P in the building. Come on, man. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you, sir. Come on. Take it away.
After my soul grew inside the mother womb, once at birth, it became a pearly being, swimming and lifting, never left the womb, swimming among the fishes of the sea, learning by first, failing forward, even having their moment of truth under the sun. They had a choice, be a gang star or second MC. They became a gang star, forever cemented in time. And I'll read one more. I'm a turtle, I will hide in my shell. Whenever my surroundings become a thorny mess, could I only open up when the river of love flow in you? And I may open up. Besides, I am a seed still growing inside a sunflower, shedding the rump of the past that holds me back, where I was afraid to step into my power. Now, here I am, trying to move with faith or mustard seed. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Talk that mustard seed shit, man. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Principe.
All right.
Yeah, Principe.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. You mentioned two very distinct things, man, that I really appreciate. You mentioned a turtle shell and a mustard seed. And these two things are synonymous with just with time, right? And it's the time of their own, right? They can't be forced. They won't be forced into anything because someone else says they're supposed to move at someone else's speed. Because when you take the time, you learn so much. So thank you for that. Kind of reiterating what Brian was saying about, man, I feel like I'm getting old because I'm talking about speed and slowing down, right? But really, it's just about paying attention to the details, right? It's no longer being in a hurry, like, oh, I got to get there, I got to get there. But man, did you see that bed of roses? Like, I would have caught that had I been running down the street, right? So thank you, Principe. I truly appreciate you for what you do. All right. So as of right now, we have 4 more artists, and we're gonna get out of here. Coming up next, yo, this artist, they are just bad to the fucking bone, man. Like, I was recently in a slam, and this artist was there just throwing body blows, like for real. She is just like a power puncher in this game, and every time I hear her, they even hit harder. It's just like the thud of your poems. They just like, oh my gosh, she cracking ribs in here, man, for real. She is dope with it, for real. She's one of the reasons why I had to install seatbelts in my chair. The one and only Jessie Marie in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you as always. Please, take it away.
It's a pleasure to be here. I'm Jessie Marie Poetry. Actually, I changed my Instagram, so you can find me as Jessie Marie Poetry now. And I'm actually going to read something a little bit different tonight because this prompt was interesting. So let's see how it goes. Her love is an open road. It's definitely not safe, not scenic, a long black ribbon unspooling beneath every certainty I ever worshipped. She didn't arrive. She broke through. Now every map I trusted looks like something drawn before the sky learned how to open. We were supposed to stay best friends, that respectable distance where longing keeps its hands folded, where tenderness behaves, where two people stand beside the same fire and call the warmth enough. Instead, the horizon noticed us. The evening lowered itself, the earth went quiet beneath the tires, and something ancient inside the light recognized what we were becoming. So we drove. Past churches that confused obedience with holiness, past the graves where former versions of us kept waving us back, past shame, past survival, past the final exit where fear still believed it had authority, and we kept driving. Have you ever watched a skyline release itself? Not break, not burn, but release as if the whole sky had been holding one impossible color behind its teeth and finally could not bear the pressure? Light does not arrive. It actually spills molten gold, blood orange, loosening its grip on the sun, violet, opening beneath it, blue, falling deeper until heaven looks bruised by beauty. See, the clouds do not drift. They surrender. Their edges catch fire, their bodies open, and suddenly the whole evening is pouring itself over the road, over the windshield, and over her face. Over my hands, trying not to tremble at the unbearable fact that I'm here. She's here, and the world has not ended. It has become more world, and the wind lifts our unfinishable sentences out of the car. Telephone pole stands stunned along the shoulder, mountains lose their distance, and the ocean throws its whole blue body against the land like surrender is not defeat but devotion, with nowhere else to go. People call it a sunset. They're wrong. This is the sky being released from its own restraint. This is creation loosening its every color it was told to contain. And this is evening opening its chest so wide the light can finally leave without disappearing. Every night the horizon repeats the evidence. Every dawn the world tries to gather itself back into ordinary and fails beautifully, because once this kind of tenderness moves through a life, nothing returns to its first shape. Not light, not language, not the body after it's being witnessed, not the heart after somebody touches the locked door and doesn't ask permission from the fear. Her love is dangerous. Not because it destroys, because it refuses to leave anything dimmed. It finds every sealed room inside me and throws every window open and lets the sunset flood the floorboards. Lets gold reach the places I buried. Lets violet name the grief. Lets the last red light of the day cross-examine every excuse I ever made for living half illuminated. So tell me, what happens when two poets love each other hard enough that weather starts remembering them? When the evening takes its color from their becoming, when the road is no longer taking you somewhere but releasing you from every life that required your disappearance. I will tell you, the ordinary does not get a vote, because somewhere between a blacktop and the final burning edge of daylight, love opened the horizon, and the horizon said heaven, and for one unbearable luminous sunset-soaked moment, looked exactly like two women still driving through the gold, through the violet, through everything that tried to make us turn back, while the whole sky finally released us forward. Pum.
I don't appreciate that at all. Not at all. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Jessie Marie.
Yes.
Well, you don't have to appreciate it, Elemental. We do.
So glad you did that piece, Jess.
Oh,
You can
I
sit
oh
in the
my
corner
gosh.
over there, Elemental.
Oh.
That was just like surfing in the ocean. Just boom. I was out deep. I didn't know where I was anymore. It was great.
So happy
I
for you,
like
Jess. That was super cute.
that.
I really loved it.
I like that analogy, surfing. Well, love and the road are both unknown. You just got to put the wheels to the pedal to the metal. But I like how you conjure up the risk of it all, really. And that once you work up to a certain velocity, you basically just say, fuck the risk. I'm going with the inertia.
I say I don't appreciate that because I'm like holding on like you're in a roller coaster and I'm holding on to my seat. You know what I mean? Because she keeps throwing me around like this. It's like now I'm in a corkscrew and shit. Like, damn it! Just really dope work. Like, I really appreciate how you maintain this metaphor all the way through, right? From the opening line, right? Her love is an open road. Like, come on. Where fear still feels like it had authority, like light doesn't arrive, it actually spills. Heaven bruised by beauty. Come on, man. Like, plus, and again, you're just looking at this, visually. You said two poets love each other enough. Like, and I believe you said two poets love each other enough that the light remembers you. Like, come on. Like, that's called like the Big Bang Theory, right? When two poets love each other, right? Worlds are created. Galaxies are created out of that. Thank you for coming through and sharing that with us. You said it's something different. I mean, is that not the definition of a Jessie Marie poem? It's just something different. Like, it's just different. You know what I mean? But dope every single time. Appreciate you, truly. All right. So, rounding out the guaranteed list, you've heard this gentleman's commentary throughout the evening. I appreciate this gentleman so very much. A Low East Sider, a true pillar of this community, our resident Gilgamesh. He is not an enigma. He is the enigma. The one and only Paul Skiff in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always, Jedi Master. Please take it away.
I'm just going to read part of a long poem, so it's going to start a little out of context. I don't think it's really much on theme. A philosophical question of unobserved existence, conceit warped into belief so that to know is flat, breathless pain on insides of false confidence, where we wait for the minuscule spume of bleach to pop for the first time, a question so bright we squint. Question that leaves us all alone talking with fire through the wall it eats to get to us, our mouths wounds of powerlessness shown into cupped hands of repetition where they pour out an adage, mouth now unsure of its purpose, barf or sing. Only the 12-year-old boys with marijuana-flavored skin lined up against the wall with cops' hands in their pockets know this. Rain upon ocean, wind through sky, fire within sun, confusion consoling stupidity. A bomb has ripped off its clothes to perform, collects identical reactions, even with lactating breasts, fathers over-exaggerated emptiness of self-interest, a person in themselves detonated accidentally loud, old-fashioned form for creation of ignorable lies. We are all born with mud in our mouths and confront impatience. We leave the taste of the first food behind. In common, we have forgotten. And if the world was not set up to pull aggression on you, why did you bawl upon arriving? Lord God, please clear this lot. Lord God, please clear this lot. Chant the exorcist behind the empty lot on Forgotten Street, but in the disposed bag of accidental gestation pre-human residents, throw more broken pallets under the 50-gallon fire, settle upon their tattered sofas beneath cavernous night, and do not come out. There are rips in the cyclone fence behind which wealth is measured in all that can be piled up and burned. Incense of an unknown blend intoxicates purpose from the fire engine that bounces sparks from its chassis over the lumpy intersection while the invisible choir and core of humanity revives behind the slit that menaces blind dance of routine. Glorious sanitizers, child harvesters like fire engines also arrive with the indifference of parched arrogance. Great care, expertise, and precision are preparations of might for hire by those who would evict all reluctant name bearers. But the invisible choir of wardens who pierce and expel blind spots into the world to be snapshots of love, subjugated and displayed, are also gross and evil cripplers who just as easily destroy, who place the habits of correction on exterior of procedure. Silence before the gun that is starving is made from the stillness of expert malingerers who offer new initiative to colossal dimension of loss between the formerly human and what has been cast up to repeat anger against the living that will not take me over and give me out. The light of the world is strangling. The hose of the fireman stiffens to blast. I cannot see well. You drop chemicals into my eyes to see if I have been born with syphilis. As they aim, the firemen bow their heads, lights on the truck spin to stir stone buildings into liquid swirls of color. To mark my arrival within the dominion of this government, you slather my tiny foot with ink, then press me against your arrival document to consecrate my humanity by stealing the key of my identity. As long as I live, there will be too many witnesses to every arrival at helplessness. To arrive here on this earth is to be cleansed with life. To be alive is to tirelessly be made into a picture. I did not know these were the strict rules of the welcome ceremony here on this earth, but before the instinct of my tongue broke open my mouth for the very first time, I heard you coming for me.
Unmute yourself. Give it up for Paul. Scared.
Whoa! Oh my
You
god.
the mic so you can just drop it like at the end.
Oh, Jedi Master.
Oh my gosh. Let me just tell you that you almost make it a dangerous thing for others to have to deal with a poet. From birth, you're not crying out. Your tongue splits your lips and you bawl out, not ball, but bawl. And with that in mind, yeah, even the fire is going to stay away from you. The others are calling the fire engines to put your shit out. But no can do. Thank you, Jedi Master, Gilgamesh, and Paul Skiff. Thank you so much, brother.
Love you, Norm. Thanks.
He just I keep telling y'all he's from a planet that hasn't been mapped on any star chart yet. I don't know where he gets this stuff from. I'm thankful that he translates his downloads. The light of the world is strangling. We were all born with mud in our mouths. Expert malingerers, stealing the key of my identity. Too many witnesses. Your life is tirelessly being made into a picture. Like, yeah, man. Thank you for doing what you do, how you do it. For the boys on the wall with marijuana flavored skin. What? Damn. Okay. Bro, amazing work as always. Thank you for being such a pillar of our community. We truly appreciate all of your critique, all of your feedback. It really does help to just strengthen our community, sir. I really thank you for that. All right, two more. We are right about the time, so I may share a poem with y'all this evening. I don't know. I very rarely get down, but I may share a poem with y'all this evening. So, two more on the good look round. Coming up first, this gentleman, ever since, oh yeah, and Dre Reyes. So get Dre Reyes in there too. This gentleman, I saw him. He was putting some stuff together this evening, right? He was opening bottles and he was just working and stuff, right? And what I usually know about this gentleman, I've talked to him before about what he's doing, and he said he makes his own cat food, right, for his babies at his house. And I just thought that was so incredible, right? He said, well, instead of feeding them the crap that somebody else wants to feed them, I do it myself, plus it saves money. I just appreciate the detail that it takes to not just make food, but to make food for animals. That really is a labor of love. Love when this gentleman comes through. He's an incredible creative genius. Love all the work that he produces. The one and only Catman Bill in the building. Come on, Catman. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you as always. Please take it away.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I just had to get that stuff out. I was tired as hell tonight, and I'm probably gonna do this song. I think I did last week, but I lived with it all day today because I went into a recording studio, and I'm going to try to get some traction with it and other songs online, professionally recorded. And yeah, I have about 8 cats in this house that are driving me crazy, but there are other things in the world that drive people crazy. So, I when the the Washington D.C. Reflecting pool was drained and everything was going on there. All we heard for days on end was algae growing in the pond, and the first thing I thought was the Rolling Stones' big hit that they had in 1974 called Angie, and uh, and so it was just natural gravitation to turn this into a song called Algae. Algae, algae. When will those green clouds disappear? Algae, algae. Where will it lead us from here? With 16 million in their hands and no morals in their plans, you can't say we're satisfied. Algae, algae. You can't say we never tried. Algae, you're so beautiful, but ain't it time we said goodbye? Algae, I still love you. Remember all those nights we cried? What green scum has done to you, hydroperoxide won't undo. Let me whisper in your ear, algae, algae. Where will it lead us from here? Algae.
You're amazing, sir. Really. Oh, mute yourself. Give it up for Catman Bill.
All right, Catman.
You can make
Yeah,
a song
buddy.
out of anything.
Algae.
I could
Algae.
just feel the depth and like it was making me think about like what's happening right now and how the waters have algae has the the healthiness to it and how it's being our healthy world is being destroyed, whether it's politically, whether it's the nurturing of nature that's not happening the way it needs to. There was so much to sit in with this song that was coming through emotionally about our relationship with the world and ourselves and what's happening and nature and a lot of communion there. And the melody was so soothing. I could,
Well, thank you. I never liked the song when it came out, actually. It was a schmaltzy little sentimental ballad, but anyways, I put it to some use. I thought my next song was going to be I've Got the Diarrhea Blues. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm going there.
I like the line 16 million in their hands, but no morals in their plans.
Yeah, yeah. Well, so I'm going to be down in DC in September. I thought I would walk along the pond with my guitar and then lip sync it to the studio version. So who knows what's going to happen? But yeah, if we're still in existence by then.
Well, it's good to hear you with your axe still hot from the studio session.
For sure. Once they do finally decide what they're gonna do with it, where they're gonna press it, how they're gonna press it, please let us know. I definitely have to get my copy of it. Thank you, Catman, for doing what you do. Keeping your finger on the pulse. Truly appreciate that. All right, two more, and yeah, we're pushing up against it. Coming up next, listen, this is another hardworking cat right here. He is the president of his chapter of Poet, all the way in Wisconsin. This gentleman just works, man. I like to call him captain of the street team. He stays on it, and on it, doggone it. Let me tell you, the one and only inspiration in the building. Come on, man. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please take it away.
Well, first of all, if anyone knows Ayanna Florence, tell her hit me up. Two, want to say congratulations to Dre Reyes for getting their rewind on Poppy's Poetry Corner and for people voting me for the spotlight. So this is an oldie but goodie. I love the diversity of your exterior styles that you choose to speak your silence in. When your vocals don't even feel like vocaling, though your soul is in every choice that you pick, you display. Your silence itself is so powerful. It pulls and attracts in the most fearless of the elite, the most confident of the weak. Yet none of them ever have even heard you speak. You look at me with curiosity, inspiring your posture to be lifted so slightly. Yet I noticed when all others did not. Every motion your body chose to speak to me with, that your soul was eyeing me with, yet neither one of us verbally spoke a word. Though at the same time, everyone around us talked about nothing but us, yet I don't even know your name. The windows to your soul, they open wider. Your soul focuses with more intent upon me. I just smile and I look down at my phone and turn on my Bluetooth and play a song while you walk to me. Through all the eyes on you, on us, and your words chose to speak to me in the form of a question, asking, "You're that poet inspiration, aren't you?" I just replied, "No, I inspiration, and I am motivation, determination, and inspiration. But honey, I have to go. Will you save this dance for me? For us? Please. For later, we just might be." And I tell you, family, I could feel her soul watching me as I walked away. And motivation, determination, and inspiration. I am forever I inspiration. White, brown, black, unite.
Dude, putting in work, man. Mute yourself. Give it up for inspiration.
All right.
Love it.
Thank you.
Rocking the house.
Brown, black, unite.
Beautiful piece. Beautiful.
Oh, thank you. That was just something.
If you could what?
Really dope.
Yeah, come
Really
show me
dope.
what you want.
Really dope, man. Really, really dope.
Yeah, I like how you sort of, you're speaking to two sort of separate listeners, the person, but then at the end of the poem, you're speaking to us. The whole poem is really kind of a confession. And that was a really interesting kind of turn of, kind of a volta in the poem at the end.
Yeah,
Nice piece of work. And, um, I'm a fan of your performing, and this you were performing in a very different register, as I'm sure you're very well aware of. And and it worked really well for me. I liked it. You were exercising a more sensitive type of vocals and so forth. And
Yeah.
and I liked, you also worked in some changes of the pace and stuff. I thought that was working really well, Craig.
Thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. I just trying to work with the bass tones that God gave me, and it's fun to do that one on the mic on stage. Just
Right.
get right there and it just the because my voice carries naturally, so it's fun to do. It's so different from what I normally do, so it's shocking to a lot of people.
Yeah, when I uh, first started running poetry readings, I got an opportunity to do it at this place, and it was a small brick room. And a lot of people didn't even want to use the mic because the room was small enough. And you become sensitive and aware of just what you were just talking about. You were really talking about what you can do to the room
Right.
with your voice, and just finding all those different registers. And that's what we all do when we get behind a microphone too. It's like you learn how to use that tool,
Exactly.
and but it's also good to get off that mic and just have your voice be naked and
Yeah, well, a lot of times I will go off of the mic. I'll step away from the mic, but then in some of the venues, they have speakers in the other room for patrons to hear from the other side that are where the vendors and stuff be at. So it's like I know I have to use the mic, but I have to step away so far at certain points in my performances, so it's not like ear piercing and just learning those different acoustics.
Cool.
Yeah, man. Live work is very different. Again, you have to learn the distance, how your voice deals with the amplification based on the type of microphone they're using, based on the type of amplification that you're using, the placement of the speakers, the direction of the speakers. All those things have a very significant difference in how your voice is going to be received in that room, and then also how people are going to hear it. So it's important to know those things. That's why sound check is important, right? Get there early enough so you can do sound checks. I can see how this poem will rock completely live because you can interact with your audience, right? Uh, Eye contact is key in this poem, and it really, really could work. Really dope work, man. Really dope work. I see you've been working hard, man. I appreciate that, truly. All right, coming up next, yo, this gentleman, another hardworking cat, man. Um, he just finds a way to connect with some of the just some of the unique people in our world, and he brings them together at this forum that he has created, man. And it really does help people. It really has enlightened and inspired all the poets who continue to go there, and he's continuing it, going and going and going, man. I really appreciate the work that he's been putting in. Mr. Snap into a Slam Jam himself, the one and only Dre Ray is in the building. Come on, man. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please take it away.
Always a pleasure to be here, and thank you for holding space. You can find me on Instagram at DreRay90 or at the One Slam Jam. And speaking of the Slam Jam, I'm going to be holding another one of those bad boys this Saturday at 5 p.m. We're going to be having Keynotes, better known as Poppy Woodyard, as our special guest coach. So stay tuned. It's going to be a good time. Um, with that said, I got some poetry, some silly ass poetry, because I don't know. After working 8 hours in a pharmacy, being short staffed, and just things being crazy, it's time to get a little crazy, get a little mad, if you will. So, sorry for anyone in the room who's heard this piece before, but this is a little piece I like to call Machoke Madness, or If Macho Man Randy Savage was a Pokemon trainer.
A lot of people out there are calling me hardcore. A lot of people out there are calling me cool and calloused. A lot of people thinking I'm living on the edge. And I'm insane in the membrane. And I'm a time bomb. I could go ballistic at any second. And all those things could be true, yeah. But doesn't ignore the fact that I'm here in Viridian City for one reason and one reason only. I want to be the very best like no one ever was, yeah. To catch 'em all is my real test, and my train 'em is my cause, dig it! History beckons the Macho Man Randy Savage in the Pokemon universe. I'm walking a fine line between life and immortality, or perhaps sanity and insanity, yeah. Perhaps the macho madness has consumed me, but soon enough the Kanto region will feel my polyrath, yeah! I'm gonna do the thing in the ring with my Needle King, yeah. I'm gonna bite you with my Raichu, gonna make you croak with my Macho, gonna eradicate with my Eradicate, and you will fear the might of my Dragonite, yeah! You have more of a chance of crawling through the eye of a sewing needle than you and your Pokemon do at being able to handle the Machoke madness, yeah! My Pokemon will be all over the place. Your Pokemon will be helpless to look to the left, to look to the right, to spin around 360 degrees when all they gotta do is look up, because that's where my Pokemon will be, on top, then, now, and forever, yeah! And this message goes out to every gym leader in the land. You've been put on notice. Because comparatively speaking, your Pokemon are nothing but grains of sand of the Sahara Desert, yeah. And my Pokemon team is the entire desert! Many grains of sand have fallen by the hands of my Mega Powers, yeah. My Pokemon are the lords and masters of the universe, and there is nothing that is going to keep us down for long, because in reality, we are like the cream of the crop. And we will rise to the top to any battle. Truth unravels, no promises, just guarantees. Ooh, yeah!
Poem. Thank you.
You're too damn good at that, dude. For real. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Dre.
Oh,
Raven.
Great.
too good, too good,
Wow.
too good, too good. Elemental, I didn't stay this long without you. You're gonna perform. FYI.
Okay.
Continue.
All right, cool. Dre, that is dope, man. Like really the glasses, the embodiment, like, yo, like you really got that, man. Like all I hear is Macho Man in that poem. That's just really sick, man. I just really appreciate you going all in on something like that, right? And then these merging of two worlds. You know what I'm saying? But how you just get all the way into character like that, man? It really is a sight to see. You commit to the voice, you commit all the way through, man, and I really, really appreciate that. It's one of a kind, of freaking unique talent. Like the macho madness has consumed me. Feel the might of my Dragonite. Yeah. It's just dope, man. It really, really is dope, man. Appreciate that. Sometimes we need a little bit of insanity in our lives. For sure, man. For sure. So I appreciate that. All right. So we have reached the end. And I'm gonna try to. I rarely do this because this is really, really about y'all. It's really, really about the community. But I don't want y'all to think that I don't like to get down to my own themes. So I'll share this with y'all, really, and then we'll get out of here. I appreciate all of you for being here. Really, you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you've been here rocking with us all night. So thank you for that. This is really new shit. like it's still wet. So shout out to paint slingers in the building. Let's just call this when the open road calls your name. A road is a road is a road to anywhere, nowhere, ever got lost on. Covered in concrete tears of a carnival's lust for fresh air, every turn is a where have you been all my life escape hatch colored with burnt rubber, gasoline dreams of a race car's red line, and just enough gravel to keep monsters magnetized to every twist or turn ever loved. Make my compass spin like rims kin to spree wheels kissed by steel belted radials. Sports package or touring alluring coastlines with a cosign from a brake line that refuses to slow down. This is where a tire's desire makes mile after mile a savior. Freeway to lose yourself where speed traps make demons of Sunday drivers with lead feet heavy with nitrous in their veins and GPS for brains. A Grand Prix to see water off every Gold Coast of Monaco, a burning rock ever made, a firestone bend corners with zero gravity, turn a hangover to a Range Rover, locked into coordinates of a green light's Michelin grip, too fast, too furious, galloping on a big block muscle brown spaceship to Horizon's favorite pit stop. Lane switched like Andretti, revving toward a checkered flag, Gran Turismo or Gran Torino. These seats hold cheat codes and peepholes into fast lane mind frames that could care less about a time of day. More, are you going to go my way? Where stars pull up to drive-ins to watch their favorite I want to be like them when I grow up stories of how adrenaline and acceleration have the same address. Maximum velocity to classics with habits of cruising on Sunday's afternoon Main Street attraction, diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with a gangster lean, sitting sideways on swangers with that candy big bodies, long as the M.I. crooked letter I. Never saw a cooler collection of Pontiacs, Plymouths, and Infinity whispering at every light where grooves soothe bad moods from bad news, but this was sacred. A haven for gearheads with alternators for hearts, making flywheels and short shift kits blueprints to Tokyo drift from fan to fanatic. Dancing in hydraulics made old schools cool again, where car clubs rub fenders like elbows, zoot suits meet shell toes, and enthusiasts became the coolest cats a drive shaft ever met. A road by any other name is still an invitation, a dedication to freedom, with wind in your hair and kerosene filtered through your spleen for extra mileage and turbo boost. Whether Michael night or early mornings, the asphalt smells as sweet as open road calling you to be 100 miles per hour off the cliff of belief that you can be everything someone said you can't. So hit the pavement. Find miracles at every angle. Let your top down on ideas of driving the speed limit and drive at the speed of life. Outlaw. Appreciate y'all. All right, everybody.
That was very. Oh, it was right
Okay,
at the theme of what it
Drive
was.
at the
Yes.
speed of life.
The road is the road is the road is the
Just
road.
wind in the
Everybody.
hair, freedom, and kerosene. I just. Oh.
Drive at the speed of life. That's the last 9 element. That was really dope. Yeah, the entire poem, just on one breath. Awesome.
Appreciate
And
y'all.
you can feel yourself speeding down that road in the way the poem carried.
Yeah, I want to be hitchhiking on that road when you come up.
Yo, I appreciate you. I appreciate y'all so very much. You know, I have fun doing this too, right? So thank all of you so very much. Appreciate you. Matthew Motto King, for all that you do. Let me send the shout outs to the folks who were not able to make it in the building this evening. Shout out Naomi Grace, shout out Bill Elkins, Sarah Small, the Manic Poetic Mechanic, shout out Winter Rose, Candace C, Evive, Rain, Rebecca, Toure, and Iris. I appreciate all of you for doing what you do. Please continue to do everything that you do. Take care of yourselves and each other. We're going to end the night like this until we meet again. May this energy we conjured this evening supercharge the rest of your week. Take this power, inspire others, energize creativity as we all hope to do through the spirit of Miguel Agarin. Your voice is appreciated, necessary, and always valuable in this space. Thank you for sharing it with us. Never forget, cowards get buried here, and we reclaim our strength through our fearlessness. On behalf of the greatest community in the world, it has truly been a pleasure spending Thursday night with y'all. Until next week, peace and blessings.